What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about BNX today, BinaryX for Uncle Liv. Uncle Liv, we're talking about this for you. Here we are at about $1 right now, finding resistance right at $1. You were saying that it has a similar market cap to XCN. Similar, sure. Decent volume. Decent volume, that's for sure. I don't know anything about this token, you guys. I have no idea about this token at all. This is just a request, okay? They're going to rebrand to Form. I know that much though. Circulating supply is 372 BNX. Fully diluted valuation would be a little bit heavier than it is now, but even at 580 million, there's still a lot of room to grow from there. Maybe when they rebrand, there will be something different with the circulating supply. I don't know. If you're looking to invest in this project, do your own research. Don't just look at the price action and consider that you're going to know everything you need to know. I'm a technical analyst. I am technical analysis. No, I'm a technical analyst, okay? I use the charts to help me determine if I like something, if I see its potential there, right? And then even still, and I believe in technical analytics. I think that they're very useful. But even still, everything that I invest in, anything that I take an interest in personally and I talk about, I look into the fundamentals. I read the white paper. It's boring, but sit down, take 30 minutes, take an hour, take 20 minutes. Sometimes it's less if you have a faster reading capability than I do. I've got like third grade reading comprehension, you guys, or reading speed. I can comprehend it. I don't read that fast, to be completely fair. But enough about me. Read the white paper. It might be boring, but read it all. Understand it all. Try to understand as much as you can. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy because you're investing in this. If you're trading, if you're looking to trade and you're just degen gambling, okay, whatever. You don't need to read the white paper. Go for it. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but my expectations are that anybody who invests in any project, from myself to anybody else, I would think that you need to be able to walk down the street, find a stranger, and if they ask you, hey, what does this token do? You should be able to tell them without looking it up on Google or on Grok, right? You should be able to tell them, and if you can't, then you have no business investing in this thing. But looking at this, damn, we might all have business investing in this here. Look at that, man. That's a lot of volume on USDT Binance here. A lot of volume coming out of the lows here. Very nice move. Took you all the way up to your all-time high area, right around $1. You're closing right around $1, but you did wick all the way up to $1.30. That's a nice move, man. High to low. Anytime that you tear through the golden ratio on the first attempt like that, all the way up to the 886, you're finding support on it now. There's no doubt in my mind, no doubt at all, my friends, that you're going to see the extended levels in a very short amount of time, right? We're on a weekly time frame. It took you 2 weeks to move up here. You've been consolidating for nearly a month now, and crypto is about to rip to the upside. We just have a little bit more downside to go. Your primary target zone is the $8.58 to $3.52 area. From here, that's anything from like a 3.5x to 8.5x. But if you break above $1 or the 1618 here, if you break above that, and I think that you will, because again, this is an absurdly bullish move, you guys. That's very, very bullish, my friends. I think that you stand a chance of seeing prices at around $17 to $23. Genuinely, I think that could be where you go, which from the current price would implicate that you're going to see a 17x to a 22x. This thing looks great, man. This looks great. Uncle Liv, thanks for pointing this out. This is why I do requests, man, because I want all the gems. No, I want to bring it up. If I look at something and I think it's interesting, it's not just helpful for me as an investor, but it's helpful for anybody else who might be looking for a new play, something to diversify in. Again, this is not the kind of thing. You should not take your boring coin and buy the exciting coin, because I promise you, if you sell your boring coin, that's the one that's going to pump the hardest. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just wait, you'll see. It does not have to go here. I'm thinking that it could, but it very well could find resistance at the 1618. It very well could. But here's the deal. I've seen this happen often enough, okay? Whenever you rip through the golden ratio and you hit your 886, if you do this exact thing, oftentimes when you do break out to new highs, relative highs, all-time highs, whatever, you don't stop until the 1886, which again, from here would be about a 17x. And oftentimes with the 1886, and in these scenarios where you rip right up to the 886, you find support, and then you come up and you go to the 1886 area. In this scenario, you will likely find resistance right at the 1886, okay? If not just below it even. It's kind of like an area of resistance, not a specific line of resistance. None of these lines have to be hit. You could stop anywhere, man. You don't have to touch any of these lines, right? You can stop in the middle of them. They're just ideas. But the idea is, you would probably stop right at the 1886 because of the respect you showed on this 886. Okay, just carry it up another one. It's not that simple all the time, but serendipity does happen with the fibs oftentimes. Okay, but with the 1886 200 area specifically, it's actually more of an area. You oftentimes don't find resistance right at it, but more somewhere in this zone instead of at the 1886 specifically. Being that this kind of endeavor will take you to a multi-billion-dollar market cap, I have a feeling that you probably do either find direct respect on this line, or if anything, maybe even just below there. With all that in mind, it is completely possible. It's a very valid thing, and you should accept it as a possibility that we could stop at about $8.58. And even then, from here, that's still phenomenal growth in a very short amount of time, man. So, yeah, I see the potential here. I see the potential. I see why people. I've actually seen a couple people request this over the past couple days. So, normally I'll let things marinate if it's a new project, right? I didn't even look at the charts, but looking at the charts now, that's a double bottom. Phenomenal volume, phenomenal move up, man. And I don't think it stops here, right? Definitely on a war path to new all-time highs, consolidating in a good way, looking like you're getting some strong readings there on the weekly RSI. Daily RSI has cooled way the hell off. You've cooled off so much, man. You moved up with a lot of volume. You've moved down with no volume at all. And compared to a lot of altcoins, yeah, you have held up better. You've held up pretty well. 45.8%. That's not like a very shallow drop, but compared to where a lot of altcoins are from their highs back in February, this thing is holding up very well. I see what you mean, man. Yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential. And February was a drop month for a lot of coins. This thing pumped, so I don't know. Good things all around. Looking like it is defying the status quo, and we'll just see if it can continue that momentum. I do expect that we will see anything from an 8.5x to potentially a 17.5x or a 20x from here. Big things are coming, man. Big things are coming. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I will see you on the next one. If you're wondering, is it a good time to buy? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but probably it is. That actually looks like a nice phase of consolidation too. The skeptic in me would say wait for Bitcoin to resolve itself. Wait for this low to come in, and maybe that is the low. I have very strong reasons to believe that we go below this low and that we don't bounce here, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. And the market can do whatever it wants. Butterfly patterns aside, sensible, logical, lower prices to come beside, right? Bitcoin can do whatever it wants. It can be illogical whenever it wants to be, right? It does not have to be logical. Even if you are, the TA can be perfect, and Bitcoin still says, I don't care, I'm going to do my own thing anyways, right? If Bitcoin goes lower is what I'm saying. If it does go down a little bit, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing went with it. It's obviously doing its own thing too, so it could also just move up while Bitcoin and the rest of crypto moves down. But don't get discouraged if it does move down. You are in this bullish pattern right now. It is a ascending triangle, right? Flat top, ascending lows. Normally that would indicate that you move up higher, especially because you came in from a bullish move to get here. But if you are to move lower, from a low here to a high there, I would say you probably would come back down to your 382 at about 92 cents, or maybe you do go to your golden ratio at about 83 to 80 cents, somewhere in that zone there, or somewhere in between 92 and 80 cents. That's where I would think you go if you are to pull back from here. Your 4-hour RSI, it looks bullishly postured. Your price action looks bullishly postured. The 1-hour time frame, you have hidden bullish divergence. You just look so good, man. I have a hard time expecting that you go lower. So is it a good time to buy? If you have none, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if I had no exposure to this thing and I wanted to get in, I would just say, and this is exactly what I would do, is I would be like, okay, I'm going to buy here. If it drops, I'm aware that it could drop to somewhere in this zone, but I'm just going to hold through it. Even if it does drop, maybe I'll buy more, but I'm going to buy here and just wait for whatever happens, because inevitably, boom, we're going to new all-time highs, right? That's the conversation I'd have with myself. So yes, I think it's fine to buy here. I give it the green light. But it wouldn't surprise me if it went a little bit lower too. And the reason I think that is not because of how this thing looks, but because of how Bitcoin looks. And time will tell. We'll see how it goes. But if Bitcoin doesn't go to the lower prices that I'm thinking, then maybe this thing doesn't go down either, right? That whole theory goes out the window. But inevitably, $8, $8.5, $17.2 and beyond are on the table, likely in a very, very short amount of time. I think by the end of March, if not sometime in April, you'll see that kind of price resolution occur. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.